Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT Livestream. Today, we're going to be playing Rhygar 2, sequel to Rhygar, which we have not played, I have not played, and it's going to be interesting. This was another patron-suggested game that we voted on. And so is Toxic Terminator, the other one, which is also a sequel. But this one, I feel, is definitely going to be a bit more difficult to jump into the middle of. But we'll see. I don't think it's going to be impossible. I did play these games years and years ago, but it's been long enough that I don't really remember anything. Some of the character names are vaguely familiar, but that's about it. The name is probably related to that Rhygar. What I was trying to find before, and have been unable to, is some ZZT game out there had a cameo of Bongo in it, with her asking what to title her new game. She was debating, she's thinking rye, and coming up with rye bread. And that stuck with me for 20-some years. So that's all I can think of with this game. Again, this is part 2. This is a trilogy, but part 3 only has a demo. It was never completed. The first game we also don't have an original version of. We only have Rhygar 1 Plus, which is a enhanced edition. It is a popular RPG series for its time. It's definitely a pretty big name. So I'm expecting something fun here. This is dated, 97. We should be in for something interesting, but also something that's probably wants to be more grand than it actually is. Maybe like Chrono Wars, but probably a lot easier to follow, even if we are jumping into the middle of it. And as we can see, Bongo here is still very much kicking around. I don't actually know if she would like to be called Bongo or not. That's, a 90s ZZTer name. But she's still clearly around. I'm doing writing now, so if the writing in this is good, then we can say, oh, well, that makes sense. And if the writing in this is bad, we can say, oh, she got better. So it's win-win. And if you couldn't tell, this title screen is absolutely going to be a cutscene. So let's get this show on the road here and this journey into Rhygar 2. Dock Castle. Northwest Tower. 1 week ago. How goes the defense, Captain? Says Imoxel. All is going well, Imoxel. Your supervision on this quest has been a great help, says Rook. I just wish I knew whatever happened to Rhygar. When I left Axum, he was still trapped there by the king. Indeed. The king has grown old and unwise. He seems to have more interest in trapping woodsmen than in defeating a threat like the General. It's a wonder that Fabuliana can still remain such a great authority. Yes, it is indeed. Shall we go in now? I believe it is time for the morning drills. And Imoxel was right to worry for his friend. For events were conspiring to meet an inevitable conclusion. Leaps of faith. Yeah, unsurprisingly, Final Fantasy 4 and 6, and 5, arguably, had a pretty big impact on the ZZT and Megazooks communities of their time. And 7. Basically, Squaresoft RPGs kind of left their mark on ZZT games. I, unfortunately, have not really played much of 4, so I'm not going to get any references. Like this big old tower. Is that in Final Fantasy IV? I don't know. But I bet that person standing on the tower is probably evil because they are black on dark red. Serpentsway Tower. New headquarters of General Algar. I think there was somebody named Algar in Newt's Jack-o'-lantern game, actually. Is that a Final Fantasy reference? Or a Rhygar reference? Or a Jack-o'-lantern reference? I don't know. Sir, the plans are prepared. Though we lost access to the creature at Watchtower, I still think that the North Seas operation is proceeding well. The loss of Merkai has hurt us little. How many times did you hear me ask an opinion, Jules? None. Is everything ready in dock? Ready, General. We have cut off the dock port with our navy, and a legion of serpent troops is waiting outside of the city walls. There is one problem, sir. Problem? What possible problem could there be? This Rhygar born, the one who prevented us from getting into Watchtower. Intelligence reports that he and Commander Aisha are even at this moment moving into Mudgol, presumably to help with the defenses of Dock. I love all these fantasy names and places. Indeed, is that so? Well then, ghouls, I believe I shall place you in command of this force against this Rhygar. I wonder, I really do. At what, sir? He seems harmless enough. Just a feeling I have. He was able to destroy the Golden Gate and stood up to my necro magic. I should not have been so easy on the boy. Next time, things will be different. I will see to it that you have your chance, General Algar. Indeed, you will get a chance to test your powers soon enough. Meanwhile, far away, outside of Treetop, the Apple Juice Corporation. I'll just call this straight up 1. So I feel like we missed a lot, but I feel like it's trying its best to explain this. Enough that we can kind of like tag along even if we don't know the details. I'm fairly sure all this stuff happens in the first game, or maybe not. Yeah, the art in these are pretty nice too. This is definitely a nice looking game for the era, especially. These are not going quite as planned. Today is Aisha and I's first day out of Treetop. The weather's been good, we had a brief run-in with some thieves, but other than that, now we had gotten to the point where we could no longer travel through the forests and flatlands. We had to enter the foothills of Arrogans, which was an area I didn't like to venture into after recent experiences in it. Hey, Prince. Think we can get a move on? The sky's already darkening at this rate. It might be days before we get through the Aragon's range. She did have a good point. I continued west into the foothills. I'll scout ahead, Prince. Just try to keep up. So I guess we're royalty who learn to fight for justice. Big trees and a nice sunset. And something is amiss here. Oh no! Journal of an Unfortunate Traveler. My life is fading and I'm all but lost. However, I do believe that others may benefit from my foolish example. To this end, I have enclosed my travel notes. Use them wisely. Ooh, we get... look at this, like, in-universe instruction manual. These foothills, there are beasts swarming the area. The most prominent are the orcs, but a sampling of ravens, serpents, and lawless also reside here. There are even more lesser-known dangers when one enters the cave Arrogans. Hazards! There are many. Luckily, there are a few trail signs along the way, which I have left you. Use them wisely, they can help guide you through the foothills. Is General going to be about the General? Or just things in general? If you do not know these things, learn them now, or the mountains will be like a grave to you. Search out the treasure boxes. They contain several things that you'll be very glad to take along on the long road. Learn how enemies fight. When an enemy is adjacent to you, he'll attack. Try to avoid standing next to enemies. To kill them, of course, you'll have to. But if done skillfully, you can get in and out fast enough to hit him before he hits you. Check anything unusual or unorthodox. Secrets are everywhere. Save often. You never know when some beast can end your story. So yeah, the combat in these games is So I don't know if it pioneered it, but it definitely made it a very popular style of combat for these kind of RPG games. Excuse me, I'm dying from granola still. Like, I love these little mountains. Torches. Cave leads you further into the foothills. In the bag are a few torches to assist you in the cave. Watch for bats and lawless. Signed, the Unfortunate Traveler. I'm also a big sucker for ZZT games that do these little, like, mountain passes with all these passages on a board. I know Aceland does that. Let's see, we are in a corner here. Oh, there we go, there's our bats. I'm not very good at this combat. It's very fast-paced. Okay. There we go. So you kind of gotta figure out what their attacking character is, which is the only real downside to this. The treasure box is a pack of jerky. Great tutorial. Ooh. Oh, okay. So there's more bats, but there's also a big pit that we can't cross. And thankfully, neither can the bats. And there we go. We're climbing up that mountain and going right back on in. Oop. Oh, okay, that must have been one of the lawless. I hope, because they're definitely dead now. I like that they make like a little lunge here too when if they're lined up with you in attack mode. Which, of course, I'm trying to demonstrate because my torch goes out. It's really surprising to me. There's a lot of games that do this kind of melee, but very few actually did a sort of a... Oh, I'm out of torches. Because I was looking at bats for too long. There was something in here. Oh, I bet it's a chest with more torches. And the classic boulder puzzle. Nope, gemstones. But you don't see a lot that actually did the change bullets into empty kind of sword fights. Kind of surprised with... This is nice. I like this. We're on a cool bridge now between the mountains. Ooh. That's actually not nice whatsoever. Let's try to not get killed this time. Wow. Very aggressive. No respect for law. The consistency is really appreciated. Like this, it really makes this board feel kind of like a world map, and then we're going into all the little caves and areas on it. There's a final mountain in your path. One brief journey north, and you'll be through into Mudgall. This guy made a lot of signs. Ah, and here's our pal Aisha. I already forget the little voices I was doing for everybody, which is why I don't usually do voices. Why have you been avoiding me on this whole little journey? Just because, Princey, we have a schedule to keep. Hey, have you forgotten that I saved you from that Algar guy just a week ago? 8 days to be precise, and no, I haven't forgotten it. I suppose not. Suppose you were to be, maybe, a little nicer to me? Sorry, pal. I don't do nice. You've forgotten that there's a war on? That people are making sacrifices everywhere? Serpentsway had a population of thousands. And now, just how many of those thousands are left? Well, you, who just might be our only hope... Greatest hope? You sound like Orion. I said might. Personally, I think that's a load of junk. We've got to move on, and Moxel's waiting. It was not turning out to be as interesting as I was hoping it to be. Aisha, the most beautiful woman I knew, had forgotten that I even existed within the space of a week. But she was right. I did have a job to do, so I made for the passage leading out of the foothills. And that wasn't a passage. And we're falling off the mountain. The chosen one, everybody. Oh no, poor Rhygar. Hello? Anyone? Must have fallen quite a ways. Where am I? Indeed, that is a good question. Suffice it to say that you are not in an area that you would find particularly hospitable. You may call me Gren. Gren. But why? Isn't it obvious? You are the chosen one, the breaker of the dark winds, and the hero of the world, and therefore... one who must die. Gren rules. This giant flashy monster. You. All your life you ran. From duty, from honor, from responsibility, from your own destiny. Serve me whether you realize it or not yet. So I guess the plot is escalating. The tower is not freed, the palace is not risen, the fool is not broken. What sort of hero are you? Okay. Whoop. That was some impressive art. I always love art that has to be invisible, because it really limits how detailed it can be. So pulling off some cool stuff with that is always just extra impressive. Oh, hello! Linky. Sword flash. So did the rest of the board. Sealed within. Deep, deep within. Was it wise, young one? Did you truly seal Gren? Or is he simply angry? You alone are the breaker. Others will accompany you. But only you will end the evil. I don't know who is saying all this. But never turn aside. You are the one. And in your heart, you know it is true. Rhygar 2. I find myself sitting on the floor of a very strange cavern after the strange dream. However, it was very strange. The dream seemed far more real than anything ever. I still heard Dahlgren's foul laughter in my ears, and it terrified me. Aisha had, apparently, found where I had fallen. And she's upset about it. How on earth did you manage to fall down here without killing yourself? What's all this gray stuff? I don't know. It seems somehow evil. Something's wrong about it. Evil? How on earth can you sense this stuff? It's eerie, Prince. Looks like it's been here a long, long time, at any rate. I think we should get out of here. Something's wrong. Yeah, I don't like this place any more than you do. Just take that rope up to the top. I'll see if there's anything more down here. No. Something's very wrong. I don't like anything about this place. It's very wrong. Hurry. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to run. Hey, I can take care of myself, okay? Just move it. I'll meet you outside. Oh, she's not dead yet. Oh, that's what the rope is tied to. That's not a key. That's great. I left the evil cave. Glad to be out. I worried about Aisha, still down there, with that metal thing. But she told me to go out of the mountain and back to the camp. Suddenly realized how long I must have been down in the cave. It was evening when I entered, and now it looked to be late afternoon. Oh, so much blinking. Remember the training I'd gotten in the usage of maps. The X passages were the ones that would provide me with the quickest path to continue my quest. Square marks designate an inaccessible destination, and the scrolls all told where these places led. Mudglow River, Wilderness Survival Outfitters, can't go to the foothills, can't go back to Treetop. Okay, let's save our eyes for a little bit. Wilderness Survival Outfitters, your safety is our business. Yeah, I was also thinking of Urban Outfitters. Hey, I just fell out of a mountain, what can you do for me? Ah, sell jerky. Apples, torches, and jerky. And advice. Remember, you can't go back once you cross the bridge. On the riverbank, you'll meet up with a band of bloodthirsty thieves. Be sure to supply yourself well, or you might not have enough gems left to something by the time you get to dock. So I need to supply myself, but I need to save my money. 1 torch for 10 gems? That's not good for survival. When I arrived at the riverbank, I realized that I have entered at a bad time. Some thieves were patrolling the bank looking for people to rob. I drew my sword and started heading north to the river crossing. Oh, I don't like them having bullets. It feels very unfair. Ugh. Arrows are a little overpowered. That's a bad spot for the bridge. It's gonna erode out. Actually, this little sequence is very like NES Rhygar. Doesn't that have something with like the overhead sections where there's like a big river in the middle? I have not played much of that game, but I've definitely seen speedruns before. Hey, you there. You're going into Mudglow? Listen to what I have to say. There's a lot of street crime. People are divided in opinion over the Serpentsway armies. Remember to watch out. Also, there's a large market near the northwest section of dock. Shop around. Remember that the best deals don't come from the fanciest stores always. Okay, I gotta run. Hope you do alright. Plot dump. Meanwhile, in Axum Castle, royal throne room of King Born. My liege, we must act now. The Serpentsway forces cannot be held back much longer. Even the legendary Silver Guild and the combined tactics of Emoxel Cutter and Captain Rook can't hold off so many troops this easily. My dear Orion, I simply cannot spare troops right now. My son must be found, so that he may assume his place on the throne of this castle. I am old, Orion Magus, and I won't live forever. Nobody cheats death. You taught me that long ago. This is fun. I'm loving this story. It feels like every character is the main character. You're cool and powerful. No one cheats death true. You must hold it off for a few days more. Sir, if you do not aid the dock forces now, then the Serpentsway troops will come here and smash these walls too. You simply have no other option. Ryan, why are you not out there on the fields of battle? Aren't you the last of the Wizards' Council? We know the details of the attack. Algar and his forces slew the wizards and drove the people off of Serpentile. Oh man. Probably. These are like lengthy games too, so it would not surprise me if we should have already been like very familiar with everybody. My liege, there's more that you may not be aware of. The amount of people needed to kill even one wizard is immense, but the amount for 3? Such a gathering is beyond even Algar. I believe that some form of evil magic is at work here beyond anything the Earth has ever or will ever see. But then what would be the point of sending more men to fight a feudal battle if we are doomed already? Best to wait and see what develops. Very well then, King Rhygar born. Wait, but pray don't tarry too long. The fate of the world depends on your actions. Rhygar. Why won't you be king? I'm far too old to do anything anymore. That is over and done. Matron? Yes, sir? Prepare my room. I feel so tired. Don't like these overworlds. Well, Princey. Good to see you made it across the Muggle River without getting drenched. Come on, let's go. Mox needs all the help we can give him. Oh, I love this little fortress that I'm unfortunately making you look at in this tiny screen. I'm making a detour to the Treasure Hunters. Threepwood Dungeons. Okay. What a funny name. On the Threepwood Dungeons, your worldwide source for gems of all types. The 30 gems joiner's fee. Are you willing to pay? You told me to like manage my money, so I'm gonna be careful here with these saves. Both 2 and 3. Happy hunting. This is a unique perspective. Dungeon under construction. So sorry. Oh, well, there we go. He's right here, Mr. Guybrush Threepwood. Tell me about dungeon delving. He's certainly the expert. I feel like the blinking would have been worse on a CRT. And also full screen, like... RPG fighting. When you fight a huge boss-type enemy, the game will shift to RPG mode. It will appear in a small box to the side of the action. Generally, the life meters are on the sides of the screen. It will pop up telling you to attack, showing standard slash, swipe, and any special attacks you may know. If you learn the arrow slash, it's not available here, so don't try it. Tell me more about sword maneuvers. Basic slash. Swipe does damage to all enemies but can fail. Special attacks. Okay. So well, not more variety, but different variety than the usual high accuracy, low damage, low accuracy, high damage. If you have anybody traveling with you, they'll be in the fight, but you can't control them. I noticed that's really common in earlier ZZT RPGs, where you don't get full control of the party. I don't know why that is, because it's not that much more complex. And it just ends up making things feel even more random than they already are. They'll attack whoever they want. If a partner's life bar hits 0, they'll become unconscious and will revive when you win the fight. If you win the fight. what kind of treasure we got? Jerky. Gemstones, traps, special items, or nothing. Also, check chest twice. Aw, man. Generally, remember how to fight enemies, remember how to fight in RPG mode, and remember to check things twice. You never know what you'll miss if you don't. Alright. Thank you, Guybrush. What do we got here? Is this all side quest? Sampler level 1, Orcish Plunder. They have arrows. But at least their firing is a bit more reasonable. Or so I thought. The pacing on these fights is really interesting. You really do have to, like, wait it out. Finish the sample level. Nice job. Those for renovation. This is really interesting. Level 3 Toxic Zone. Oh, I've got like a fraction of torchlight left. Okay. Fake orc. They're gonna come to life, I know it, but... when are they gonna come to life? And how do I get that treasure? Okay, well... I've solved one of those questions, probably. Something happened. Okay. Get the treasure. Just like that, okay. A rumbling sound. Oh, well. Also, it looks like I get like 1 health for killing them. I drop to 62 and then right back to 63. Okay, so now this is a bomb. Sure did. Dungeon 3 completed. For further access, see the DeWitts and Doc. The password is HOPE. Hope. This is really throwing off the game's pacing. Ooh, multiple hits. Strong orc. Thank you for subscribing. Pretend there was a big pop-up in the corner. Thank you for sub. Okay, we don't have any keys. What are these other dungeons that we are not going to get to see? Okay. Okay. And that's not even... Or that's... Oh, okay, no. Top part is probably wall. Level 8 Ultimate Darkness. We'll never get to see that. Well, I'm glad we spent some time with Guybrush Threepwood. That was a blank scroll. And something something ruins. Alright. Is that a wizard with a staff in the corner there? I had arrived. Dock Castle, in all its majesty, rose before me like some majestic mountain, lost within the mists of time. I gasped. An accent, capital city of fabulous... That's such a hard word to say. Fabuliana. Wasn't this gigantic? Somewhere in this teeming urban mass, were Moxel, my best friend, and Aisha, the woman I cared most about in all the world, and didn't even know I existed. I set myself to exploring. Just in time, I sheathed my sword. The gate guards probably wouldn't take very well to it. I like the music. City. Easy to get lost in, Doc, if you don't know where you're going. The city inn is near this gate. You should try asking people around there for directions. Explore for a while before you sleep. There's a lot to do around here, and you wouldn't want to miss it. Bongo definitely had a reputation for being, like, capable of actually making decent ZZT music back in the day. You know, you'll find a couple of other games where she'll be credited as the musician, or like previews of games that never happened, where it's like, and Bongo is doing the music. Remember, be on your best behavior. You had trouble with Outlanders recently. You seem like a nice fellow. I'd hate to have to kill you. This guard is very good, and I want him to join my party. Ah! Maybe he will! That's a very good joke there. I wasn't joking. That is my favorite character so far. Oh, we get to actually go through the little gate here. My first glimpse of Dock, the great city of the East. Muddy streets, green grass, drunks littered the sidewalks, thieves and pickpockets here and there, ready to steal the life savings of anyone who come too close. Military troops milling on the streets seem to do little to cool this. This was simply an everyday occurrence around here, something that no one paid attention to. I had a job to do, and to track down Aisha before I could go to the main castle here. Figuring out the inn would be the best place to start, I ventured in that direction. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to go to the inn, but not sleep yet. Guy who's upset about this whole war thing. And who's again guiding me to the inn. Some cute little beds. Welcome to this fine inn. Your name happened to be Rhygar? If so, that lady in the back room already paid for you. Bit early to sleep though. Why don't you come explore our fine city a while first? Come back whenever you feel tired. Okay, so can I talk to her, or is this going to be bedtime? Good to see you made it here without being robbed blind. It's a pretty rough city. Not that pathetic. Makes you so much of an expert on Dock. I was born here, Prince. As a matter of fact, I was going to head over to my old house later. but I'm staying at the inn. I notice there's only one bed in this room. Oh my! Don't get your hopes up, Romeo. Your room has the red bed in it. This one's mine. That's a relief. Look, I got a split, Rhygar. I'll meet you back here later. Don't take any wooden nickels. I knew what one was. That'd help. So, she was gone again. You know, she was deliberately avoiding me because she hated me, or because she was too nervous to face me. I laughed at myself for being naive enough to think the latter, and got ready to explore Doc. I feel like Rhygar would describe himself as a nice guy. Business registration office, yes please. Damn. I used to be a soldier, you know. I quit because our stupid commander, Captain Rook, isn't doing much to fight the enemy troops. Yes, me, I say that the old Captain Algar, well... Algar? Algar used to be in charge of the Dock military? Yep, he got dismissed about 5 years ago for some reason. Apparently he's come back to take over again. And I think I'm going to join up with his army when he does. My friends and I are tired of Rook's bumbling. Look, I've got a lot of things to do here with my store, so would you please leave my store and not buy anything? Swordsman's Corner. All the moves you want. Alright, what can we learn? Ooh. So you want to learn some moves, do you? I must confess I'm not really the guy to teach you, but I do know a few moves. What's your pick? Arrow Slash, Trinary Cat Scratch, Flying Star Saver. Each one more impressive than the last. How much for a Cat Scratch? He doesn't know it. Why are you offering? Basically involves a mental image of you splitting into 3 to confuse the enemy. If it works, you can do triple damage. Pick again. Star Saver. Ah, the Flying Star Saver. Unfortunately, I don't know that one either. I don't know if anyone alive today does. But in ancient times, a few people were born with the ability to use this move. Never met one, though. Pick again. No, this guy is not good at his job. Arrow Slash? Arrows. Oh my god, he doesn't even know that it's this one. The only guy I knew who could ever do that lived on a treetop. Not that great of a move anyway. The internet you a lot of power or less than even a simple swipe. Care to pick again? No. This guy. This town's got issues. Only a few items are left here. Do you want to try some of this cheese? There isn't much else. No store food is going to help the war effort or Lador's temple. Spend 5 gems on some cheese. I needs the health. Here you go. Try to have a good day. Torches for sale, and no price named, sure. Oh, this is so much of a better deal than the survival guild. I don't even want to know. Golden note to vampire. Things aren't going as we'd originally planned. I think that the latest episode is definitely going to be called off. I'm going to contact TM about this. I believe he's taking over from here. Good luck, and sorry I stole your girlfriends. Eek. How odd. I want to learn more about this story. It's a defective torch. Nothing and... okay, containers. Ah, okay, that makes sense. City of the Stupid being Bongo's other ZZT series. What do we got here? Okay, somebody who we can try to help. Josiah Jameson's Curio Corner. Well, have some money. Thank you, sir. People like you that give we bums hope. Good luck in whatever you plan to do. Love these outdoor markets. You get a lot better deals out here than the stores just north of here. Really? There was somebody selling torches and cheese. That's about it. Cedric, that's a very big bet. Yes, sir? Nothing? I'm curious if that's really all there is to this or not. General store? This place needs to lower its prices. Great. I'm a bit upset that we can't, like, examine the things on the shelves. Turkey, overpriced torches. Why are your prices so high? Look around you. This whole city is low on money and supplies. It's as low as the prices can go, and most people can't afford it. I'm really a decent guy, sir. I just wish Algar and his cronies would go back to Serpentsway and leave us all alone. Sorry, what do you want? Okay. This town's got trouble. Is this that temple? Open to everybody, or do we have to be a member? You are always welcome. Please come in. Temple of the Spirits. Founded by Leyland Lador. Who is about to hold another town meeting for his followers inside. Why don't you join them? Alright, let's get some plot action. It's packed. Can I just go in the passage? I see. Okay. Blocks me on that side. I see my seat. Ah, good. A full attendance. I do enjoy seeing all of you. Recently, as you all know, the soldiers drove off the attacking troops. But we all know that they won't be gone for long. Troops were sent here to punish us for our evil ways. We can't get rid of them by ordinary means. We must, simply must, eradicate them by working for good every day of our lives. Any fighting is futile. The troops will return in the end. Mr. Lador, how can you say that we won't attack? If we aren't going to fight back, we might as well give up and surrender the city. I'm glad I attended and am participating in a town hall meeting in a town I don't live in. Listen, you, keep quiet. Lador doesn't appreciate. Let him speak. Wish, Mr. Lador. Doing good is great, but I think we have to defend ourselves. Of course we do. No one here is saying that we should surrender. That isn't... On to new business. How have the recruiting efforts been going, Stephen? As the cyan-clad follower spoke, I realized exactly what a good speaker Lador was. He managed to dismiss my complaint without even really addressing it, although the people in the audience were fooled into thinking he did. I decided I should probably talk to Lador after this meeting was completed. Because he won't try to kill me, that's for sure. And that concludes today's meeting. We are tipping food and gems for our relief efforts tomorrow. You're all dismissed. Oh, are we not going to animate everybody leaving? Okay, we just walked on in, okay. Wait, aren't you that fellow who questioned me today in the meeting? Good lad, we need more people like you in our world. Well, not too many. How much can I offer you to make sure it doesn't happen again? You trying to bribe me? Well, bribe is such a harsh word. What's your name, lad? Born. Rhygar Born. Did you say Rhygar? Uh-oh, he changed characters. That means he's ready to attack. I must apologize for my foul manners, Rhygar. I am somewhat busy now. Why don't you come back sometime later? You're staying at the inn, right? Good. I just send a message there for when I'm available to meet with you. Alright, Mr. Lador. I'll be waiting to meet with you. The master conversationalist had done it again, it seemed. It was plainly obvious that Lador had heard my name before. Come to think of it, I remembered somewhere in the back of my head hearing his. That was it. Here it would come to me eventually. These things always did. Alright, there's some intrigue here with what this guy's deal actually is. Oh, cool. And a big old bell. I stepped out onto the roof of Lador's Temple of the Spirits to witness an incredible sight. Stretching away into the horizon was a great field of grass, and beyond it, the far-off sea. And beyond the sea was the Lundy Ice Patch to the north, and beyond that, no one had ever ventured. I reflected on how lucky I'd been. Most of the people I talked to today would probably never venture more than a few miles from dock. But I had a job to do. I reluctantly tore myself away from the beautiful view and got back to exploring dock. I like this. This is really cool. It's entirely, quote, pointless, but I mean, it's showing off the town and giving Rhygar some personality. I really like that this was actually included. Didn't need to be. Ooh, okay. Well, that's your point of view. One of the Scholars Guild. Rendalim! One of the Scholars Guild who traveled the world in search of new knowledge. Three of our number left the city to journey to Western Fabuliana. Have you encountered any of them? Maybe I was supposed to. Let's lie. Ah, yes, you met Elminster, did you? A fairly interesting chap. Anyway, I suppose I should tell you more of this city. Shall I go into... I mean, for having not played the first one, it is doing its best. Okay, so Serpentsway, a nation based on Serpent's Island East. The army showed up one day. General Algar commanded the forces. He hasn't been seen. Attacks were well planned. Captain Rook and Imoxel Cutter saved the day. Leaders. We have few. Dock is based on a system of democracy. Run by the Baron, Omdrill, who seems to be more concerned with politics than his citizens. However, he did revive the Fabuli Silver Guild to join with Dock, which has undoubtedly saved us on many occasions. The DeWitts. Gregor DeWitt is one of the most beloved citizens of Dock. He's always helped out the people in times of trouble. However, 3 years ago, DeWitt failed to save the McLandon family from perishing in a harsh winter. He hasn't forgotten it. However, his daughter Kaith is fairly active. Plans to be a treasure hunter someday. That girl will be trouble, mark my words. Alright, tell me about Lador. Lador came to this town very recently and set up his Temple of the Spirits in the northwest of town. He tells his followers that the attacks are meant to punish them and that we should surrender. And Lador is a calculating man. I personally believe that he is subverting the Baron's authority. Lador is the reason why Elminster and his colleagues left. I personally would not trust Lador. He is a devious man. Or I should talk to him, one or the other. Pursuing it with eager feet until it joins some larger way, where many paths and errands meet. And whither then, I cannot say. Cool poem. Nice. Bobby gets it. Have you ever killed anyone with that sword? A few, kid. Why do you ask? Rhygar, the only person he seems to be able to impress is small children. Wow, that's awesome. You're better than most of the guards. I want to grow up just like you. Don't. You're trying to improve your mind, kid. You'll have been killed many times if I didn't have the smarts to get out of traps. I guess so. Still, can I get a sword like that? Go right ahead, kid. Just don't use it that much, okay? Gonna marry Bobby someday. I'll sing in the park on days like this one. In the middle of such terrible times, it's nice to get away from everything like this. That's a mood. I'm one of the soldiers around here, but I'm on break. No one's going to get this city back in working order overnight, so I'm not going to strain myself. Ooh. It's a protest against the Baron. Oh, the General. General Rook. Nobody likes him because he sucks. There we go. Protest against Captain Rook. I'm protesting. I'm here looking for cute guys amongst the protesters. No one's turned up yet, except maybe for you. No one's being allowed in. These protesters will storm the castle. I'm here to protest against Captain Rook. I say we just surrender now. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. What happened here? My house. My beautiful house. A flaming projectile got over the wall and incinerated it. What am I going to do for myself and my child? Well, I guess we're not going to find out. Uh-oh. Landed residence. So little has changed. I still remember when I left here. We were all so proud. Your only daughter had become a soldier of Doc. And then I came back. Rhygar DeWitt told me the news. About the cold winter. About how you had lost everything. And about how you died. Damn. You? How long have you been spying on me like this? I've just been exploring the... Hey! Leave me alone. Kick his ass. Okay, so hear me out. What if she gives that lady her house? Incidentally, I won't knock on the house doors. People around here are spooked about the attacks, and they won't talk to you. Ah, I love the little awning, that's great. I used to work at the castle. But no, they don't have the money anymore with this war going on, and I can't leave. Too much of a coward to face any troops. What's a bard to do? Captain Rook is a great guy, but a bigger slowpoke I'll never see. Nice. Sure do hate that little Lador and his goons. Those jerks say we don't work hard enough, and they're always trying to get you to join them. Lexus's Tavern. Come right on in. Big tavern windows. Into my tavern. This town is very depressing, actually. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought was happening, but then they didn't get away. They just stopped. I grabbed the thief roughly and hit him with my sword, knocking him to the ground, and then swiftly got my money out of his bag, plus a few extra gems from other passers-by. Since there was no way to track them down, I decided to keep the money. Only fair. That was convenient. Damn. Okay. Oh, I genuinely missed that Hope was at the bottom of this list. Enter quickly. You'll have to excuse me, sir. You've grown used to such security. It's a necessity with that awful Algar around. Understand how about why I came. Ah, yes, another treasure hunter. Just like our little Kythe. Have you seen her recently, by the way? She's the one who suggested we get involved in the dungeon scheme. Oh, can't say that I have. Well, probably just as well. She'll turn up. Why, did you ever hear about the Ursa, there's been some terrible news. I was out in the fields when I uncovered this note, left in my pockets, from Kythe. Oh no. Excuse me, sir, could I please see that? Well, I see no harm in it. Go right ahead, my boy. Dear Papa and Mama, I decided that the city needs me. So I've gone west to the treasure dungeon. When I return, I'll have enough gems to help everybody out and let you two live in comfort. Please don't worry, I'm old enough to take care of myself. Kythe. She can't do this. She'll get hurt or killed by these horrible orcs. Mr. DeWitt, I believe that I can help you out. Please let me have the key to the 4th level. I'll save Kythe for you. You seem like a strong lad. I think you can do it. Don't worry, I'll pay for any damages you get while you're helping. No need for that, sir. I'll have her back quickly enough. Okay. Treasure box in the kitchen. I wasn't expecting that Guybrush area to be important, but here we are. So can I go to sleep yet, though? Yeah, I can. I don't know what I'm supposed to do first. I guess I'll save the kid. It's gonna be flashy board. Oh, right. This is gonna be flashy board. Nope. That's the outside of the gates. Okay, I'm on the world map. This is the flashy board. Level 4, Ice City. Be forewarned, take many provisions and torches or be foredoomed to failure. Probably don't have enough, but... Thank you. Empty. Empty. This is foreboding. Oh, that's forest. I thought that was water. 47% complete for the first file, so... Whoever killed this orc used a small sword and knew how to use it. All the orc's valuables are gone. Oh, that's supposed to be blood. Okay. I thought, well, I guess lava would not make sense in Ice City. They got a big old crystal. This is like a lengthy game that's also pretty dialogue heavy. This is somewhat smaller than the unit's managed to slide into this crack in the icy wall. Probably leads to the next level. Yeah, I think their daughter is actually indeed pretty capable. This orc is only a statue. There's a note in his hand. Name's the thing. Alphabetize. Remember your journey. One chance only. Aha! Rhygar breaks the lock and gets a whole bunch of money. Was this the alphabet puzzle? Was I just supposed to... Hopefully before I touch something. The only one that makes noise is the ruffian. The others don't do anything. Let's take a look at that real quick. What board is this? The old ice caverns. Oh. Why is... I bet it not showing up. It was showing up before, wasn't it? Like, when I was switching to KevEdit for flashing boards. Okay, there it goes. That's just being weird. Okay, yes, I did break it. So LRT, and then lock, open. That's lock. That's magic. If anybody asks, you open the door. Okay, unexpected. Oof. That was a long fall. Hey, mister, are you alright? I've had worse falls. Aquarens. That octopus is Aquarens? Well, we must fight together. Let's swipe. Alright, RPG battle here. Swipe failed. No swiping. It's fast-paced, I'll give it that. And the little sounds kind of like help you identify what's going on. Let's try a slash on... Let's just go right for the Aquarend. That was easy. Nice fighting there. Where'd you get that sword? Around. I've been on lots of journeys. I've got to get you back to Doc. Your family's pretty worried about you. My family's always worried about me. They figure I can't take care of myself. Still, you've got to come back. You're good with that rapier. But there are some pretty nasty booby traps and enemies down in this cave. You won't be able to defeat them all. You're probably right. I already have enough treasure from that cave to help out the town. Let's get moving. But to where? You know, sometimes it seems to me that the best fighters can also be the dumbest off the battlefield. Great. Now we're getting owned by a child. One little tune. That's a mean spot to start me at. Desperately needed those torches. And I'm just getting very badly beaten up. Perhaps I should have spent my 300 gems on more torches. And yeah, these unaligned edges are not helping. Okay, more torch. No gem, only torch. No, can't get on that side. I wish there was a little more variety in these enemies, though. So there doesn't really seem to be much of a point. Oh god, the torch bug thing in darkness is just even more confusing. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, this is the board I was kind of like... oh, did I miss a lever? Yeah, I definitely need to go shopping to do this legit. Okay, the water level rose. So now I can get eaten by orcs. Well. Ugh. Now you can see, since I have the lights on in the corner, there was a second enemy here. Yes, ZZT only does its speed up when you first die, so if you just bring yourself back from the dead, you're welcome to save and restore and go back to normal. It's very easy to cheat death. Okay. Was there... No, I mean, it's very clearly this is where you're meant to go. I mean, I might have just missed a key on one of these dungeon boards. Let me go through this on real quick. That's actually a really good idea. Continue. Okay. That's probably where the things are. Yeah. Who are you, actually? Statue. It's carved like a knight. There are 3 levels embedded on the pedestal, and the following is carved. Whoso wishes the blue key to receive the treasures will answer 2 of my questions correctly. Will the lever of the question you wish. Accept the challenge? Of course. Ooh. Who was the name of the historian you met in Treetop? I guess that was Elminster. That name is familiar. This is not ZZT 3.2. This is a modified ZZT 3.2. Second question. How many branches did Lumberjack's tree have? I think that's an area in the first game. I'm going to assume whoever nominated this did not remember this and is not trying to be mean to me. There's 6. Darn. Where did you fight Merkai, the wizard? Probably Watchtower? Well... Well, okay, never mind. We're fine. There we go. Perfect score. Statue explodes, leaving in its wake a blue key. Okay. I was worried there was going to be a really nasty trick here. And we get the money. I don't know why these dudes stopped. Oh, because they killed me. And so their code just stopped having to respond. Alright. Let's get out of this dungeon. Aqua Cave. Oh, see, it fits. Okay, we literally did fall down to the next dungeon. That's great. Also, I like that I was compelled to go up the rope this time. Mom, Dad, I'm back. Hythe, my darling, you're back. It's a miracle you weren't killed. You're alright, except for that time we had to fight Aqua Rend. Aqua Rend? The octopus? That's the one, Mr. DeWitt. Maybe I should defeat him, though. I'm sorry if I put Hythe in any danger. Amazing. My daughter helped kill Aqua Rend. Thanks so much for saving Hythe. You're a true hero. Now I understand you're a swordsman, that right? I can teach you a sword maneuver that'll slice an enemy to ribbons. I call it the Trinary Cast Scratch. Heck yeah. We got it. What? You want money? Whatever. I can afford it because I didn't buy any torches. Teach me the Cast Scratch. Here's what to do. Got it? Good. Try it out next time you fight a big enemy. You'll be surprised. Alright. I have to get back to work now. I wish you luck on all of your journeys. So I think that legit was like an optional side quest. And thanks to the cool name, I feel like it was worth it. Now let's go to bed. Aisha. Go away, Princey. Sure, you crying? No. I'm a military leader. I'm in charge of an outpost of Fabuliana. I don't cry. Just go away. Aisha, I'm sorry for spying on you earlier, but I'm not sorry for caring about you. You know you probably don't like me, but please don't shut me out. I've always got someone you can count on in me. Shut, shut up and kiss me. I was worried it was... The heart was adorable. But, the romance... a bit more questionable. That was great. The heart was really good. I woke up in a great mood. Nothing could be better. Aisha really did love me. As soon as I got up, I slashed a few times with my sword. Today I could take on the world. Decided to get Aisha and then leave the inn and go back to meet with the Moxel and the dock officials as soon as I possibly could. And maybe kill a few thousand orcs as a warm-up. Bloodslayer. Alright, secret romance. Gonna have a secret romance. Can't let anybody know that Rhygar got kissed, because that would be embarrassing. Okay. Shh. Oh no! Yeah, we really disturbed everybody in the inn last night. Haha, thanks, sir. We'll see you later. Right, now to explore all 9 boards of this town again. Ah, sleeping on the weekend. You can't just spring the trinary cat scratch on somebody. There's got to be a discussion beforehand. They had a big smooch. That's the exact same thing. Oops, okay. Let me speed things up here. More romance. I guess this is where we're supposed to go. I don't think we're gonna be missing much in the rest of town. Oh, her strategy worked. She found a cutie at the protest. This feels intimidating. Well, where is everybody? I'm sure they'll be here. Don't worry about it. Moxel's usually pretty prompt. Better be. I don't like waiting. Moxel, it's great to see you again, old buddy. Rhygar, you old scoundrel. How have you been? And who's this beautiful woman beside you? Aisha. Ah, nice to meet you, Aisha. From Treetop, no doubt? Yes. We're here to help out with the Algar situation. Algar. It's nice of you to want to help, but Algar's on the run here. Rook and I planned some maneuvers. We drove the whole army of them off just 3 days ago. Oxel, don't you realize how the public feels about Captain Rook? The protest yesterday was just the latest indication. Almost everyone's sick of Captain Rook. He's one of the best military minds we have, except that he seems to want to use that mind a bit much. He needs to be quicker in his actions. But tell me, why do you two suddenly see the need to come help me out like this? After I left Axan under your advice, I went north to Treetop. The King's edict had already traveled that far. Aisha here tried to arrest me. True. Of course, I never got a chance to. Jules Kryn, Algar's second in command, attempted to seize the watchtower west of Treetop. Apparently there was some type of mystical energy there that Algar wanted. My 3 best soldiers accompanied me to the tower. And I followed as well. Traps in the tower claimed the lives of my soldiers. Rhygar helped me defeat an enemy guiding the tower's traps, and together we went down into the basement. Algar and Jules were there, trying to break open a mystical seal holding an ancient evil inn. Jules attacked me, and then Algar sealed me in with magical energy. I faced Algar and lost. He was using some type of incredibly powerful magic. I managed to bury the magical seal in rock somehow. Not entirely clear on how I did that. Aisha and I returned to Treetop. So we're getting the summary of part 1 here, after being asked trivia about it. Rhygar and I decided that if Algar and Jules could use magic of this degree, that you would need to be informed of it. So we came here to assist in the battle plans. Interesting. I think you two should meet with Rook and Baron Thomdale in about half an hour. I've got rooms ready for the 2 of you. Switch out of your travel clothes and get ready for the meeting. Everybody will be up in the central room when you're ready. See you then. Background changes a little bit more. We're good to go. Switching into my spare set of clothes, I felt much better. I didn't get a chance to take anything out of the castle when I left so suddenly, so I didn't have any of my better outfits with me. All I had was an identical outfit to the one I had been wearing. After strapping on my sword, I decided I might do some exploring before I went to the meeting. It's the old white t-shirt and blue jeans ZZT player combo. Oh no. She's behind the curtain. Rhygar, don't you dare. I'll just wait here then. The tension. Well, we've got to get to the meeting. You're beautiful. Oh, Rhygar. I really need to stop making a fool out of myself like this. Oh, I can't take the torches. Split second they let their guard down. I'm hightailing it out of here with some food. Can't talk now. What are we getting out of this room? Alright, I'll eat 2 chickens, a bowl of stew, and some bread. Here's 10 gems, and see if you can get any at the store. Good luck. I'm not a cook. Really? Well, keep the gems! You look like you'd probably hurt me if I tried to take them back. Rhygar does not deny this, but go away. Planning on killing 1,000 orcs today. Oh, I'm not a soldier. I'm just a maid. That over here belongs to Captain Amoxel. More cutscene. Take your seats. In addition to a Moxel and the Baron, there's also a man dressed in the same fashion of Elminster and Rendelin, and soldiers guarding with the blue coat, who I assume was Captain Rook, and to my surprise, the Landlador. Uh-oh. Rhygar, Aisha, please, have a seat. Good day, Prince Born. Commander Aisha. I am Baron Thomdrill, leader of Dock. Alright, it's a Moxel Cutter, whom I believe you know already. There's Captain Rook, the head of the military in this area. Sargrim, one of the historians of Dock, and finally to my left, Leyland Lador, head of the Temple of Spirits, who is here to file a grievance against us. You all cannot fight the Serpentsway forces. Surrender is the only option available. You must make peace with the Serpentsway forces, and they will leave us alone. You fool! Would you also be ruled by General Algar? Have our soldiers drafted to prey on other defenseless countries? Have your temple converted into a blacksmith's? Please settle down, Captain. Sangrim, you have some advice? Indeed I do. Recommend that we act quickly and decisively. Both adjectives describing Rook perfectly. Shut up, Lador. You're the only one who hasn't given us any useful advice at all. Indeed. Although I do have some information here that you will all find interesting. I think this is the part where he betrays us. What? These documents show conclusive proof that Captain Rook has been secretly aiding the enemy forces. He's a traitor to Dock. How dare you? Baron, this is a vile and calculating lie. I agree, Baron Thomdrill. We all know that Rook is not a criminal. I agree, Commander McLandon. However, the law must be obeyed. Law? Law Baron Thomdrill is referring to states that if any evidence is brought to bear against any officer of the army, that officer must step down until allegations clear up. Oh, the bureaucracy. That's preposterous. The door must have invented this evidence. Nonetheless, Captain Rook, you are hereby dismissed from your post. Boy, that was easy. The door. I'll get you for this. I'm only doing what I think is best for the country, my dear ex-captain. Why, you... Stop this, all of you. You're acting like little children. Thank you, Commander McLandon. I've been considering, since the army no longer has a commanding officer, would you be interested in the post of captain? It's a very generous offer, but Moxel has shown his skill at tactics. Give him the job. While Mr. Cutter is a very skilled tactician, it would be difficult to train him in the rules of the army in the little time we have. You already know all of the rules, and have proved yourself a good leader in past events. But, do it, Aisha. I agree. Then it's decided. Aisha McLandon, you are hereby named the new captain of the guard from the nation of Dock, and the army is yours to command. Thank you. Now that we're through with the army, I have a proposition. A way that we might be able to defeat the Serpentsway forces. Changeable, aren't we? A few minutes ago you were all for surrendering, and now you suddenly have a plan to defeat the enemy? Oh, shut up. Your opinion doesn't matter anymore. Silence, both of you. Mr. Lador, one more outburst like that, and you're out of this meeting. Now present your plan. My plan, yes. Firstly, have any of you ever heard of the Lapine Crystal? Lapine Crystal, an ancient artifact, actually the crystallized eye of a wizard, was placed into the hilt of a sword called the Flame of Frost, and was destroyed long ago. Is this a... I wonder if this is where the unfinished CCT game Flame Frost Blade got its idea. It is both a pain to do the name changes programmatically, and whenever I've had to like dump scripts like this for articles, and it does this, it's a nightmare, and I hate it. Not destroyed. Merely lost. I want to find the bunny gem, though, I agree. However, I have gathered evidence that the Flame of Frost was originally kept locked away in the treasure vaults of the ruins to the south of here. It should still be there. What you say is true. The blade contains enough magical energy to level a whole city. To recover it, we could easily defeat Algar and his entire army. But who will go to retrieve the sword? You will, Mr. Cutter. I understand you fancy yourself a swordsman. Now's your chance to prove your skill. It would be suicide for one person alone to go to the ruins. They're filled to the brim with traps and monsters. He won't be going alone. I'll go with him. But you're a prince. You can't go. In fact, your father has put out a bulletin that you be returned to Axum. Still, I can be useful in a fight. I'm going, and I don't care what my father says. Sir, he is without a doubt the dumbest man I have ever seen. He deserves a chance to go. I'd like to go as well, if possible. No. Rhygar and Amoxel may go. You're the captain of the army. You're indispensable right now. Alright, I'll stay. That should be enough. Together, Rhygar and I can take on the world. Ah, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over your own 2 feet, Mr. Cutter. Rhygar, where did you find this girl? Alright, Amoxel Cutter and Rhygar Born will go to the ruins tomorrow to search for the Flame of Frost. Aisha, you'll take command of the army, and Rook, you will go to your home until this letter can be proven true or false. You're all dismissed. I had put my foot in it again, of course. However, this sounded like an easy task to someone who's fought and defeated a wizard's ghost, and a horde of skeletal creatures. So why did I feel so uneasy? Something was about to happen. And what about Lador? He fairly easily dispatched Rook. What was he up to? Best not to worry about that now, I thought. Amoxel and I would leave for the ruins tomorrow. Go to part 2. That's all for the first part of this game. To continue on with the story, just go into the other ZZT file, Rhygar2x.zzt, and input the password, which is... What a really good portrait. This is... It captures what I think of Rhygar's personality incredibly. So this seems like a fantastic place to cut this off. But I have to say, I was getting into it. It's ambitious. It's very fitting to be playing this after Chrono Wars, and that it also seems to be wanting to do this grand RPG adventure. But even jumping into the middle of it, this one seems to make a lot more sense. And being much more manageable with its character count so far. And we learned the cat scratch fever thing, so that's going to be something. So I certainly wouldn't mind going back and seeing how this one ends. And maybe at some point how this one begins. And then seeing how it abruptly ends, as is the tradition. But that's Rhygar. That's going to be it for tonight. Rainbow Guard does not quite work, for sure. Also, yes, we have... If you enjoyed this story, here's another one. I'll actually read this page after the stream, but... Krog. Krog is... Isn't that one like Yindle or Wuzzle? Yeah. Of course I've got Krog. That's Krog. We've seen Krog. Krog already happens. That's gonna be it for tonight, though. Let's, King. Here's Yindle. We streamed that one not too long ago. That's going to be it for now. I'm down for doing the rest of this game next week if everybody else is. I'm intrigued. The actual gameplay wasn't too bad, even if the town was a little big. It's been fun. Other than that, on Sunday, I'm going to start streaming the submissions for the Make a Neat ZZT board jam. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing that and finally doing my judging and actually letting that contest come to an end. But I think that one will definitely be something to look forward to. It got a decent number of entries and it's got returning ZZTers and new ZZTer alike, so there's going to be some variety for sure. Also, yes, I am not the only one who is doing a terrible job with deadlines. But that's going to be it for now. We'll hopefully see y'all on Sunday, and we'll see you again on Friday for more Rhygar. So thank y'all for watching. Later.